Leo. This is your January 2016. Oh, listen to me. This is your January 2017 Teroscope. Okay. Okay. Let's start with your situation. The Four of Rods. Okay. And the Star. Okay. This was reversed. So what I get immediately for the situation for Leo is it's about working with other people this month. I see some plans underway with the group or your family, but more than one person. And it feels like it's light, it's good, it's not stressful. It's more the feeling of creativity, like ready to do work, but not stressed. And it's a good foundation. 4 is a good number. So you're building it on something real with this group. Okay. And it's about a wish. It's about a dream. With this reversed, I'm just getting just a little bit of warning, perhaps, to be patient. Just these big kind of dreams, they take time and they take a lot of twists and turns and development to come into fruition. It can be not always necessarily a really, really long path, but many different circumstances may need to happen that you may not understand to get to the final result. Okay. And what's crowning you, what's in your thoughts and beliefs is the 6 of Swords. So, wanting to move on from something, but I get just not quite ready to move on, but you're really considering it strongly, but you haven't made that move yet. And just think about it. Underneath, maybe in some of the thoughts that you're not always conscious of, we have the Knight of Rods reversed. So this is a really beautiful, passionate energy of the Knight that moves forward with the project, brings this energy of moving on a project, the passion needed, the energy needed to follow through with it. Or we're looking here at a person of a fire sign, perhaps younger, but reversed, I'm getting this person may kind of be causing you concern. It's kind of not, you may not always be thinking about it, but it's just kind of lingering in the unconscious. Issues with this, with somewhat of this description. And could be some fears of this part of yourself too, that you have unconsciously of letting this part of this passionate aspect of your personality to be let go. I mean, to be allowed to come forward. Okay. And in your recent past is the devil. Hmm. Okay. So it looks like it could have something to do here with this, right here with the Knight of Rods. You could have just come out of maybe some addictive patterns. Let me see how this. I feel for some of you, this is kind of how it felt with this Knight of Rods, was just kind of this towering figure, a little bit intimidating energy. It seems like he was difficult to come up against. Not like he had the authority of a king, but kind of this obstinate, some issues that he had that just would not budge, would not change. And they could have been addictive tendencies or yes, maybe not in reality. And he clung very tightly to them, very stubbornly, and they caused a lot of problems. But this is in the recent past. And some of these feelings too, perhaps for some of you, just feelings of feeling trapped, could be addictions, could be any sense of feeling trapped and kind of under someone's power in a negative way, or under some substance power, or maybe your own beliefs that kept you down. And for some people, this could have to do with sex, because in this particular card, there's quite a lot of these couples engaged in some passion. This could be a great thing too. You could have had a lot of passion in just recent past, a lot of beautiful sex, or more lusty, passionate sex. Okay, and let's see. Let's talk about the environment. So we have the Six of Cups reversed. I see her as being nostalgic. So there's some past things going on in your environment, things from the past maybe coming up, past issues, maybe that you thought you were over, issues from the past that have caused you confusion. That's kind of going on in your environment. You're sensing that. Okay, and how you are seen by others is the Ten of Pentacles. So it seems that others seem to see you as having it all: family, money, stability, or just abundance. Maybe they see you as a very abundant person. Even if you don't feel that you have a lot of money or people see you that way, perhaps they see you as having it all together and having maybe a lot of friends, or just being a successful person. Okay. And in your near future, we have the Seven of Cups. So sometimes this could be a cup of illusions or just lots of choices. I see in this card making a lot of plans, Leo. None of them are quite real yet, but it's exciting. And you're starting to allow one of them at least to start filling up, giving some energy to at least one of these plans. But I don't think you've taken as much control as you probably need to. This guy kind of has his hands out and isn't really in control of this. It's a bit more illusionary, or it hasn't come into fruition yet. But you're spending time thinking about something a lot here. So in the near future, this is what you're looking at. So this could be a good thing that you're starting to get imaginative in the near future, which we always need that to move along. Okay, and your advice card is the Magician. Okay, so it looks like we're looking at goals here. Maybe there's some challenges in relationships. You've come out of something addictive. Maybe you're taking your energy out of this and out of this Knight of Wands energy. Maybe not being afraid anymore of yourself if you're the Knight of Wands. And working with others on some goals, some dreams, or something you think is really worthy cause that has some beauty to it. You might need to move away from something, or you're considering that you may need to do that. So you're probably moving into another level of moving on with projects. So this isn't just another level of looking at potentials. Okay. Maybe some things from the past need to be understood over here so that you can move on. A lot of times the past can spoil our future when we don't understand it, or when we're holding on to things we no longer need to, because that ends up defining us, right? And sometimes it's good just to be a blank slate and be like this Magician. Here's the advice here. And the Magician has everything. Like, if you're an air sign, you might want to really look for some earth so that you can manifest things, or and vice versa, when the signs can help each other. So here with the Magician, you've got air, fire, water, earth. He's got everything in balance. Everything it takes to create something really with the greatest aspects of all the elements. So the advice is, I say, to really know you have this energy. You can really do whatever you want to do this month. You can create these dreams. Look at what he's creating, just this storm from his hand. So if it's an advice card instead of a predictive card, it's just saying claim that. We all have that creator within us. If we believe it, then the energies start to move for us. They start to serve us, especially when you make a choice and you know that you're a creator. It's the doubt that stops you. So the advice they're saying here is the Magician. So we'll see what the outcome is for this reading. And that's the Hermit reversed. So it seems like you must have been spending time in contemplation for a while now. Maybe not making any moves, not being so active, and just keeping to yourself. Maybe staying home a lot. But this is in reverse. So you're getting out of this energy. And this is a major arcana. So this is kind of a bigger move to, because it's beautiful to get into the Hermit energy, but it's also nice to get out. So that's a good thing. You are coming out of the Hermit energy, and that really serves this dream, this teamwork, this dream you want to work on, these options you're thinking of, this Magician. So that's a very supportive energy. Okay. Now I have created these cards that, how do I describe these? It's for awakening. And I don't know if you consider yourself someone that's awakening, but it's about spiritual awakening. And so I created my own cards for it. It's the Path of Mastery. I'll just read one, find out which one's for you, and then read one for you. Oh, I feel like this dropped for you. Oh, Love Self. So that's your card. Okay. And I like to use these as advice cards too. The most important thing is really loving yourself, I don't even think this has to do with any particular spread. I think we all know we need to be doing this. And if, a lot of times I know this can sound good, and then I know myself sometimes I've just thought, wow, people tell you that, and I would even teach people this, and there would be moments where I would really stop and think, wait a minute, what does that actually mean? Um, because I started doing things for years. I've been working on self-love, saying nice things to myself, talking nicely, kindly, um, not being cheap with yourself. If you want that more expensive item, get it for yourself. That sends a message. Get that soap that smells good. Treat yourself like you're a queen, to the best of your ability within your budget. Um, but the money will show up, so you have to treat yourself that way. But that's not just the end all of self-love. I know I've tried all those kind of techniques and sometimes it still doesn't change your life. But to me, so far, the greatest thing I have found for self-love is um, basically, loving every part of you. And that means every part of you that has failed, all those embarrassing moments, everything about yourself that's not just your successes, but your failures, you know? And that doesn't make you create more failures. It doesn't, but just realizing, you know what? Everybody's got shortcomings and character defects and flaws, and everybody's made some tragic mistakes and hurts people. And we all have, and it's just about forgiving yourself, not that there's even anything to forgive. I mean, as souls, we're here for experience, and who's going to remember 1,000 years from now, how we hurt each other? Our souls see it very, very differently. So self-love is just loving yourself as a human, just, your spirit and human. And the human, I don't believe the human ever gets perfect. It just is. Um, so just love yourself for all that you are. Okay, Leo, have a good month, and I will see you again soon. Bye.